Since many of you have asked me repeatedly what the best way is to achieve the 30 FPS console experience on PC, I've decided to run some latency tests to give you a definitive answer. At last. The methodology is the same as my last couple of videos, Hollow Knight and Intel PresentMon 2 with its OSD set to auto-hide during capture. So without further ado, here are my results in 10 different scenarios, but all of them with my refresh rate set to 60 Hz and G-Sync forced off. As for the two reference latencies, the first was obtained with Vsync ON, while the second with non-adaptive half Vsync ON, thanks to NV Profile Inspector. And they are just as you would expect, half and double each other. Looking at the other AteSync methods, you can see that the ranking is as follows: RTSS hybrid half S-Sync back, SK latent half sync, Vsync On plus 30 FPS cap, and low lag half Vsync On version 2. I will explain later why there are two options. However, I wouldn't use the first and the third method because of the risk of tearing or stuttering, respectively. This means that your best bet is to experiment with latent half sync and LL half Vsync On v2, in that order. But what if I decide to upgrade my experience and add lossless scaling frame generation by 2 on top? Does the ranking change? Well, yes. As you can see, we now have LL alpha Vsync On v2 and v1 in first and second place, and hybrid half S-Sync back, latent half sync, and Vsync On plus 30 FPS cap, all basically in a third spot. For the reasons outlined above, I would again only consider LL alpha Vsync On v2 and latent half sync, only in reverse order this time. Anyhow, note that you will only get at most 9 milliseconds more than a classic Vsync On. This is a great outcome, in my opinion. Finally, here is a table summarizing the specific combo settings for each and every sync method. Why are there two versions of low lag alpha Vsync On? Oh, thanks for reminding me. It's quite simple. While with V1 I first subtracted 0.1 from my real refresh rate and then halved the result, with V2 I first halved and then subtracted. A small difference in terms of frame rate limit, but producing a relatively big difference in terms of latency, especially without LSFG by 2. If you wanted my personal recommendation, this would be it. Just use low lag alpha Vsync On v2 both with and without frame gen, as RTSS is more intuitive to set up than SpecialK. But that's just how I see it. As always, take care and fare you well. For now.